Mic is on. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. TA Fans Club only TA Fans Club live stream, of course. Only we cannot forget the only word in the TA Fans Club. Only TA Fans Club. How's everybody doing? Keith Hammond is here. Hey man, how you doing? Wana Leswa. Good evening, legends. Good evening, man. How you doing? How you doing? So there was no Bitcoin Daily earlier today. Today is 17th of May in Norway. That's National Day of Norway. So everybody's out, you know, kids are out doing stuff, you know. Been a hectic day, but you know, right now everything is chill, you know, everything is done, you know, so I'm not going out or anything like that. So, you know, I got a little bit of time to check the charts, see what's up, what's going on. Are we going up? Are we going down? This thing over here that I have on the screen right now is coming to end very soon, I think, maybe. It looks like it's gonna pump towards the upside, maybe. We're gonna talk about it. We got 2 minutes right now until this last 4-hourly candle closes, and you can see how it actually is closing. We got the trend line, the 10, 20, 50 moving average, and right now we are picking back above the 50, all of these moving averages. Been doing some motorcycling. At least in Norway it's nice weather for that. I don't know what kind of weather is wherever you are, but you know, I hope it's nice weather for that as well, wherever you are, right? So you know, we can check the charts, see what's gonna happen and stuff like that. I don't know what kind of mood I am to actually be doing this right now, you know, but there's only one way to find out, and it's actually to do it. So you know, if I'm in good mood, it will be long stream. If I'm not in that good mood, you know, it'll be short stream. So we're gonna see. It was great weather, the Netherlands. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, so here in Norway as well, very hot, very hot. So what's happening right now on the chart up here? I don't know if this is the correct you know, correct lines. I think these lines are actually correct. I think this should be ignored. I think these levels up here are very important. This is breakout, this is holding above, and I right now think that we are gonna start pumping in next 50 seconds or something like that. You know, we just might start pumping up here if we manage to close above this level up here. So we're gonna wait a little bit until we actually, you know, move over from here. But it looks like you know, it looks like we are closing above the 50 moving. You can see the 50 moving edge right over here at 30,044. 27 seconds left on the 4-hourly time frame. And right now we are below it, but there's still 22 seconds left. So we'll see. The most important thing is actually to open above the moving average, right? Open above the moving. So you know, even if we close down here a little bit up here, if we, you know, open, you know, if we opened up here and this 50 moving average is below us, that might be good. I wish there was a tool. I wish there was a drawing tool on the chart that wasn't going with the lines. So you can see here, guys, we are actually very nicely bullish. You can see 1020 right now going above the 50 moving average. Let me remove everything up here. Let me remove down there, and let me even remove this over here. So you can see this 10 moving average and the 20 moving average, and you can see this 50 moving average. So we're getting right now the cross on 1020 above the 50 moving average. Above the 50 moving average, and this pullback on downside is normal. So we're gonna zoom in a little bit up here. You can see how nicely we managed to climb back above here, above these lines, you know. So we stayed 1, 2, 3, 4 times above, you know, this moving average. Now the thing that I don't like, even though this might actually seem a little bit bullish up here above the moving averages, you know, I still think that this might drop on downside, because we are not getting any kind of reaction towards the upside, any kind of good reaction towards the upside, unfortunately. But you know, it is nice close, and you know, we've been, you know, doing this for 4, 8, 12 hours now. So we will just be slowly bleeding down to these moving averages. And I always I simply love when you get these kind of, you know, stellar support down here on the moving averages. Right now 30,000, there is stellar support. So we're gonna see if we can actually manage to bounce in the next 4 hours. Captain, how you doing, Captain? Better late than ever. You're not even late. We are only 8 minutes in. We didn't do anything. Good job stopping by. So as you saw in the title, it's called Enjoy the Silence. And I think that's because, you know, right now we are in consolidation phase, and every time you see any kind of consolidation phase, you'll notice there is silence in the market. Like nobody's talking about much, you know, everybody's kind of just waiting, you know, and stuff like that. So right now I think there is silence in the market. People are waiting for something to happen. The center, no, not the center plan, bridge cable, what's up? How you doing, man? Then John, can you look at Luna, not Luna? Oh man, I don't want to look at that. Well, check it out. Quick look, man. This looks bad, man. I mean, it looks equally bad as everything else, of course. Equally bad as everything, but this has been just bleeding towards downside ever since it started. I don't know if this actually started up there. By the way, guys, everything is in green today, beside Norway. Norway, it's national day, so it's closed, but you know, everything else is in green today. So you know, it's, you know, the only thing that's missing right now is Bitcoin going in green, but right now you can see that it's pumping already a little bit up towards the upside. Let's go back to this 4-hour time frame, and not actually, still sitting on this support down here. You know, might be, you know, decent support. We're gonna see, we're gonna go back to that in a little while. Let's just check this one out versus BUSD. And what I wanted to see actually over here is, if we go to CoinCap, remove this up here and go to, I just want to see how far linear finance it goes back all the way to, you know, 9 September, 21st September, right? 21st September, and this chart doesn't go all that far back. March. Why is this chart looking so much weirder than this one? Oh, it's 20, not 21. 20. Okay, let's find more data on this thing over here. Big G, yeah, it's gonna be Q coin. Now this versus Bitcoin. Wait, if I was a linear finance, where would I be? Maybe Huobi. I think I would be on Huobi first. Yeah, there we go. There we go. What's up? There you go. Centralized in the chat as well, man. Hi, man. How you doing? How you doing? Sorry, here the problem is that we broke through the support line. You know, just like everything else, unfortunately. And you know, this trend line, once you break that, right now, you know, trying to consolidate down here. We don't have any kind of decent you know, support down here beside this one down here, and that's you know, that's broken as well. So the only thing that's left is some kind of trend lines, right? Some kind of trend lines down here. This trend line up here, maybe give or take. Maybe we should go something like this up here, maybe all the way down there. Maybe this is the trend line that's right now keeping us, you know, our head above the water still, you know. So we do not want to fall below that. And you can see we already were, you know, down there. So maybe this support is gonna hold, right? Because right now you don't have the you don't have horizontal resistances anymore. So you know, people will often do some, you know, bottom to the top and the retracement levels, right? Come on, Fibonacci. Now we don't ever do this stuff up here, right, on this channel, but you know, you see right now people are gonna say, oh, 160, 1618, that's the bottom, right? It can go down to, you know, some kind of golden pocket here and so forth, so forth. We don't care about that, you know. You can do Fibonacci if you wanna try to find where the next bottom is. Here are some nice lines for you, you know, do the extensions, but you know, we don't do that. The trend line up here is very nice support as well. There's probably other trend lines up here that I'm not identifying. Maybe some clarity down downside down here, give or take, as well. So if this do actually breaks on downside, we might be looking at this other trend line. But the thing is, you don't have any kind of horizontal support or any kind of moving averages that can hold you up or stuff like that, because you know, from wherever you started, you are right now below, you know, you're below the water. Is this actually December? Maybe it started even low down here. I don't know. You know, this starts, you know, trading on 28th of December. I think. Let's go. Check it out. It was actually higher up here. It was 0.27. 0.27. It was all the way up here somewhere. So you know, it might start up here and then it went down and did the move. I don't know. But right now it's below. And this is actually quite bad sign, because you know it's not just having a pullback or correction, it's actually going below the water, if you can say that. So you know, but check what Bitcoin is doing, and then you'll know what Lina is gonna do next. Lina Finance, but it kind of looks like crap, man, unfortunately, on the chart. Good thing I check the channel once in a while, because YouTube is really right pull me nowadays. I didn't get a notification. No notifications, yeah, because I don't know what. This is members only video, so maybe that's why. So you know, but I think you know they should at least, you know, tell the, you know, there's like 60 members, so they should at least tell the members like, hey man, here's a stream that you are subscribing to, man. M21 photo, welcome to TF Fans Club. How you doing, man? Enjoy the green name, enjoy the emojis, and since this is your first day in the TF Fans Club, you get to pick the coin. What do you want me to look at, man? Also, we got a Telegram channel right now for TF Fans Club as well. There is a link in the you know, community tab on YouTube, so you can find it. Ciao, Sal. Ciao, I'm 21. Finally joined. You finally joined. That's good. That's good. What's your opinion on the 88.6 retracement coins never recovering? 88.6 retracement coins never recovering from a dark past of Fibonacci. 88.6. I don't know what 88.6 is. DNA. 88.6 retracement on coins never recovering. I absolutely don't know what that means, man. But yeah, I was doing Fibonacci before, man. NG, please. Yeah, we're gonna do NG coin. You know, I was big on Fibonacci just like everybody else, but you know, I saw the light eventually, and then you know, moved on. So you know, not going back there. So, NG coin. Let's see up here. NG is one of these. You know, there we go. These coins up here. You can see this chart is a lot better than you know a linear finite chart. Like you get some kind of bottom down there, and we are not even close. We are having a pullback, we are having a correction, we are having the bear market, whatever you want to call it, right? But you are not dying towards downside down here, right? You understand, right? You never want to go, you know, below whatever the price was, you know, 3 years ago, for whatever reason. All right, you know, so if this maybe starts pulling back all the way down here, you know, it's gonna be bad. We got some kind of trend line up here already. You can see here that we have been, you know, looking at this, you know, before. We had some kind of support line. We broke that, and then we broke that again on the downside, which increased the speed towards the downside. Again, let me just pull some lines up here. Very nice lines. I don't know. Maybe this one's give or take up here somewhere, right? Cal J, hey man, big days ahead. Take a look at CKB and see the potential. Appreciate, brother. Appreciate $5, man. I appreciate $5. I'm gonna check out CKB. Okay, so this is going down just like Bitcoin's going on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 weeks as well. 7 red weeks there, so it's following, you know, Bitcoin to the dollar, almost give or take. There's been probably some kind of break of the trend up here, and then it had some kind of secondary trend up here, wherever it was. You say this? No, maybe this one. This created the trend, and it should be some place up here, give or take. Let's go to daily time frame, see if we can actually get these to connect, but they are not connecting. They are not connecting. This week should connect. Maybe this week. We can see right now, you know, just, you know, managed to get back above the trend line up here. So maybe it's in ballpark area up here. Yeah, it looks like the support on this 200 moving average. So right now it does have nice support on the 200 moving average. This is the weekly moving average. Let's see monthly. Monthly is also down there. So right now it is sitting on this very nice support line, and the trend line as well. A very important level of support and resistance up here. Monthly, what are the weeklies? It's in the ballpark area down here, and then you get something all the way up there. So there is, you know, this was the previous high up here in 2018, right? That's the previous high, and right now we're still above that somewhat. So I don't think we are gonna come back. You know, the engine coin and metaverse and stuff like that, you know, pretty stable right now when it comes to these coins. I don't think we're gonna come all the way down to these levels on the downside. I don't think that's gonna happen. We might, and we already almost did, wick down to this, you know, previous all-time high up here at 40, give or take. So this needs to be assumed it's some kind of important resistance. But right now it looks like we are on some kind of bottom, right? It looks like we are on some kind of bottom right now. This 06707, because we are still bleeding down for the 7th week in a row. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 weeks in a row we have been leaning towards downside. So we are definitely extended a little bit from certain moving averages up here. So we might definitely see some kind of pullback up here, or some kind of move towards the upside, maybe for, you know, this week or next week, or however this is gonna be. But right now we are sitting at a very tight support down there. Very tight support, very nice as well. There is one line that needs to be broken up here. Is this engulfing candle over here? No, it's not. So we should probably be using it up here. So this was this move up there, and then this move is broken on the downside over here, retested. So maybe it already retested this move. Maybe it already went kind of, you know, a little bit, you know, parabolic up here. Right now breaking this towards upside. Might have another move towards upside, but you know, this move did. This move, and if you look at it like this up here, you know, once you have some kind of parabolic move towards the upside, you break the trend, you try to get it back up there, and then you go back down, break the secondary trend, and then, you know, recover from that, right? So, you know, we might have another move towards downside, just like we are expecting Bitcoin to do as well. So there is nothing like that, but it might be, it just might be on the bottom now, right now on the bottom. And I would say that, you know, some kind of bottom range, it should be with, you know, the around you know, these two levels up here. And, you know, we are right now sitting above that, but I think we are still gonna come back inside these levels down here, and then, you know, that's gonna be accumulation phase, just like Bitcoin is gonna have, you know, a couple of weeks of accumulation phase. On the downside, I think, you know, this might be accumulation phase just below 68 and 42, so you might go below the 200 moving average. You know, it's not unheard that you actually break the you know, 200 weekly moving average, but, you know, right now sitting on the support. But engine coins, gaming coin, right, just like Sand and Mana and stuff like that, I think they're gonna perform well in the next bull run. I think, you know, you never know. But right now we're just waiting for this capitulation phase to be finished with Bitcoin, and then we go into accumulation phase, you know. But everything right now looks like is doing the same thing. Carl J wants to see what's up with CKHB. Exactly the same thing, but I would like more data on this, man. CKHB Nervous Network. How long does data go? It goes back to 2019, November 2019. So let's find CKB. Oftentimes on Huobi, they got long charts, man. 2019, there we go, full chart off, you know, and you can see that we already been looking at this before, but we got a full chart. We like full charts, guys. We always like full charts, because oftentimes if you don't see this part of here, guys, if you don't see this part down here, it's really you know, it's really hard. Okay, this line maybe you can find, or maybe you cannot find this line, or maybe there is some other, or maybe there's some other line that you know, up here that you cannot find, or, you know, something like that. I don't know, right? So, you know, it's always best idea to have, you know, the full chart of the asset you are doing, because then you can draw these very nice, very long trend lines, right? So on the monthly time frame down here, we don't have any moving averages. Let's just draw horizontal support lines right now on the downside, and you can see here we are already hitting these levels down here at the bottom, around 35.41, give or take. The same thing goes for the weekly time frames, but weekly time frames goes even lower down there to 29, something like that. All right, and these tops up here. But this is such a massive scale that I think only these two are legit ones. This is broken. This is, you know, cannot say that this is holding any way, shape, or form. I think these two levels 35, 41, because you know they are from way behind. So we gotta look at this on the monthly time frame, the weekly time frames up here. So right now it looks like we are getting to this support level down here, and you know, just like everything else, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 red candles in a row. I think we might jump a little bit up here and then do another move towards downside down here again into this same support area down here, and then, you know, accumulate here and then continue towards the upside. But we are pretty low down. How much is this actually bled towards downside from the all-time high top? 90% already on the downside, and it's back at the same levels that it was, you know, prior to, you know, prior to bull market. So unfortunately this doesn't look strong. It's not dead yet, but it doesn't look strong, because you never want to get back to these level down, guys. I mean, let's see it like this, guys. If you were a Bitcoin, right, if you're looking at Bitcoin, let's find empty chart. Yeah, this is empty enough. If you look at a Bitcoin, right, now let's do this up here, why not? If you look at a Bitcoin, right, you can see that, you know, the pullbacks are not, you know, pulling back to these levels down here, right? You don't see these kind of pullbacks. And these levels down here right now, you know, we are hoping we won't pull back to these levels down, you know, but we are pulling a little bit on the downside. That's fine. It just continue going towards the upside. This will move down here also, you know, it did not pull back to these levels on the downside, you know, it didn't die. It just pulled back and continue rallying towards the upside. And this move towards downside did not pull back, you know, to these levels down here, right? It didn't go do something like that. It just pulled back and continued rally. So you can see that Bitcoin is very bullish, because it doesn't pull back to previous, you know, previous lows, previous bottoms and whatnot, right? Previous bottoms, whatnot, right? And right over here, you see that we are actually doing that. We are pulling back to the previous bottoms on the downside, which is not a good sign. You know, it's doing the same thing as Bitcoin is doing. There is some kind of support down here at the bottom, but I don't like the signs. I don't like right now that all of these coins that we went through the bull market are going back to, you know, wherever they started before. I don't like that, but you know, that's my opinion. Right now, you know, support levels are down here at 35.41 because we don't have any kind of moving averages on the chart. Let's see down here. Maybe yeah, trend line is actually legit as well. Maybe I'm hitting this support down here, so but we might always do another, you know, another retest on downside. But I think we are in the range down here to some kind of bottom like over here previously. But you know, strength is not just right there. Like if you look at NG that we just did right now, where is the NG coin? Over here. Here's the NG coin, right? You can see the NG coin is also bullish, right? It is pulling back, and we just said that, you know, this over here might be, you know, some kind of accumulation phase, but it's not pulling back all the way down here, right? It's not pulling back all the way down there. I mean, it's pulling back a little bit. That's normal, but it's not pulling back into this, you know, into these levels. And you know, that tells me right now that, you know, this thing is, it's okay. It looks a little bit bullish, right? It looks a little bit bullish, so a little bit more bullish than CKB. How was your festive day? It was good, man. Kids had fun, you know, they got ice cream, they got, you know, hot dogs, you know, they played around. There was, you know, humans train going around. Humans, train of humans. Alice is up 12%, man. What the, why? Oh yeah, it's only pullback. It's only a pullback. It's only a pullback, guys. It's only a pullback, but it's a nice pullback. By the way, gotta go back to Bitcoin and check out Bitcoin on the 4-hourly time frame up here. You can see here we are getting, right now we are sitting on the 4-hourly support down here very nicely. The question is, will we bounce from up here, right? Because this is the support, right? This is the support right here at 30,054. Let's pop the line, 30,054. That's the big, huge, massive support line of these moving averages here, 10, 20, and 50 moving average on the same dollar. Right now, sitting at 30,054. And the question is, will it actually hold? Now, this previous candle just closed, so we still got 3 hours and 39 minutes left for this green candle to close. But if you can manage to stay up here and start bouncing up here above this level up here, above 30,400 up here, I would say this is pretty much confirmed. Let's see, we're gonna see another move towards the upside. My long order at 29.5 got triggered. Nice. Ooh, 29.5 down here. Yeah, nice. Cake is gone, not coin. Cake is gone. Not coin your chocolate cake. Yeah, cake is gone. I don't know if it's gone, but you know, Yeah, the cake is gone. It's definitely gone. I was actually making this cake for this, you know, kids school stuff. So, you know, somebody ate the cake. The cake is not more there. It's not anymore there. The cake is gone. But if it wasn't, it would have been gone by now. Yes, I would have eaten an entire cake if it was gone by now. But yeah, this time I actually made the cake for somebody else. So there is that. But it's good cake. It's good cake. Cake is good, guys. Cake is good. Chocolate cake is good. Let's see if we got anything else. I thought cake got the list. Yeah, not the coin, not the coin. Fear is up 13% up here, a little bit up here, pumping above 10 movements. Nice. Still not above the trend line. You can see immediately that it's not above the trend line. Some clients up here, maybe up here. And then you got this one up here, but there's an engulfing candle, you know, so we don't appreciate that. But you got this one up here, something like this down here. I don't know, man. So many lines, but nothing. Mithril is up 18%, still not that much. You know what I want to check? I want to check how Tron is doing right now. Tron is keeping above certain levels very nicely, and even here on the weekly time frame, it's nowhere near the bottom down here at 0.04. I don't know how this is actually gonna play out, but I do know that if Bitcoin goes for whatever reason downside and this thing starts breaking this trend line, I think we might see a drop all the way down to some kind of 0.4. So this thing might actually dump big time. Right, that's like 30% drop on the downside, because it didn't do that, but it's holding nicely so far up. This is not engulfing bearish red candle. It's just, you know, normal candle, you know, getting rejected by the 50 moving average up here. So, you know, still not that bullish yet. It's not bullish yet, but it's gonna be interesting to see how it reacts once it actually gets down to the line. If it gets down to the line, that's the question. Oh, there's something that's up 26%. Kyber network is up 26.98%. And I don't know, guys, if you remember, but we did talk a lot about Kyber network, and just before it actually dropped on the downside, we drew the rising wedge up here, right? And we've been saying how I'm making homegrown rhubarb compote with vanilla and ginger right now. I have absolutely no clue what rhubarb. Let me check it out, man. Rhubarb. What's that? I'm making homegrown rhubarb compote. What's compote? Maybe compote is a word. What's a compote? Oh, compote. 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 I get it. I get it. Compote. Compote with vanilla and ginger right now. I bet that tastes nicely, but you know, never ate a rhubarb bar. Ginger is okay on the side, like you know, for taste. Vanilla is good, so you know, it might, maybe I'm gonna believe you and I'm gonna say that probably tastes very nicely. But these kind of things, you know, my dad was, you know, big when it comes to compotes, you know, but I never liked these kind of things. I don't know why. Jam I like, you know, but compote, I don't know. Is the jam and compote the same thing? I don't know. Anyways, guys, we talked a lot about Kyber network before it actually dumped out of this rising wedge, and we said it although it does look nice, and if it starts breaking this towards upside, I might increase the speed. And look how nicely this actually fell towards the downside, guys. Look how nicely it fell right back down here, right back down to wherever it started, right? So right now it's pulling back a little bit, but this was gigantic drop, man. This was 80% drop, very fast. This was, you know, a secondary Luna drop. I don't know what this was, man, but you know, it was huge. It was huge. So yeah, you know, this might seem like, you know, right now, in looking at things a little bit in retrospect, might seem that it was a little bit maybe what are we gonna say? It was manipulated. Looking at it in retrospect, of course, because the volume is kind of shady. The volume was actually going up. The volume was actually going up, but this pullback is such heavy pullback, man. Such a heavy pullback on Kyber network. 80% down. But you know, this is a lot easier. You can look at it on the weekly time frame. Just 2 weeks down, maybe just 2 weeks down. Like, this is so easy to survive, my guys. You are here, you buy here at 5.7 down here, you're down 80% down, to 1.1, but you know, you're only down like 3 weeks, right? Now if you look at, you know, Cardano hodlers, right, this is, how many weeks is that right now? 36 weeks if you bought at the top, right? And you are, you know, you're down 88% by now, but you know, it took a while. Like down here it was 70%, and you know, it's only on this last week up here that, you know, breached 80%. While Kyber Network, they had to wait, they had to hodl for 3 weeks, and they're good. But you know, Cardano hodlers, if you bought it at the top, you had to hodl like, you know, 36 weeks to get below to 80%. So you know, sometimes big fast dumps are better than, you know, this thing over here. I think this is the most difficult thing to, you know, to survive in the bear markets, right? I mean, when things just keeps on bleeding and you just don't know where the bottom is, and eventually then you get this, you know, capitulation where it just dumps hard on the downside, and then, you know, people, you know, full panic mode, fear, finally sell. And once they sell, it starts going down, and they're hoping, since they sold the week on downside down here, they definitely sold down here. They're hoping this is gonna, you know, go below down here, and they're gonna pick it cheaper, so you know, they can explain to themselves that, you see, I did a good thing by selling this bottom down here, because it actually went lower. Now the problem is if it just goes something like this down here and starts going up, and they get left behind, guys. They get left behind, right? And they hodled 36 weeks, 36 red weeks in a row, man. 36 red weeks. They have been hodling, and then they finally found out, you know what, I'm gonna sell just so I can buy it a little bit cheaper and double my money instantly. And we never get that move towards the downside, and right now it goes up, and they're like, well, I'm not buying, it's got to come back down, right? And we go up. God damn it, it's got to come back just a little bit down, you know, just this, you know, support here, but it doesn't, it just starts going to continue up, and then you are back at where you are, right? And this continues going up, and then you're sitting down here and like, OMG, what did I do? What did I do? You know, it could happen, it could happen. A lot of people do that. They wait until the capitulation phase and then they sell. Like my average is 150 in Cardano. 150 is actually good, man. I mean, that's not bad. That's 50 moving average down here. 150, at least it's not up there, right? It could be better, though. It could be better, but you know. Could be better, but it's okay, it's okay. But yeah, the what I want to say, these bleeds on the downside, I think they are the worst, and that you know, big fast dumps on the downside is easier to survive, I think, if the price recovers also equally, because if it falls down fast and then starts climbing towards the upside, even though it goes very slowly towards the upside, this is a lot easier and a lot more hopeful to, you know, live with than the slow bleed towards downside. This thing over here just kills your soul, man. It just kills your soul, right? So big fast dumps towards downside and then slow climbs, I think, you know, a lot healthier to, you know, live with than everything else. Yeah, but I didn't sell. It happens, man, it happens. We all got our own bags of something, right? That we did not sell at one point or another, and right now sitting in that. So there is that. Other holders are too tough for the weak whales to break. Never sell. Yes, I would say some other holders, not all, but yeah, there is definitely a right now cult of Cardano hodlers. Charles Haxton's, you know, followers, believers. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out. I say a lot, don't I? I say I just noticed that I say a lot. Believers. Yeah. So maybe guys, maybe. What's time right now? How long have been streamed? 38 minutes. It's good enough. The Bitcoin. Let's go back a little bit to Bitcoin and say what we think might or might not happen with Bitcoin, right? Let's do another chart up here. Now this chart is nice. We already got the levels, the lines, and everything, right? Not on this one. Okay, let's do another chart. Let's do a third chart. This is a nice chart. Let's do this chart. There are different lines on everything, man. Different lines on everything. Let's remove this one. This one, I think this over here got broken right now, climbing towards the upside, up a little bit, up here. There we go, something like some kind of triangle up here, went up there, triangling if there is a word inside this up here. It broke to the upside. Right now coming back to this you know, back to the support, but it cannot bounce off. You know, the biggest problem with this triangle over here is that I don't see the bounce. I don't see the bounce. You know, we've been here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row, but we are not seeing the bounce. We are not seeing the bounce, guys. We are not seeing the bounce. Unfortunately, we're not seeing the bounce. So I would say this can be very bullish if Bitcoin can get above 30,366. This is on Coinbase, by the way. So, you know, it might be some different number on whatever exchange you are looking at. But if you can manage to get up here above this high, so we get a, you know, high and then a higher high up here. So we need a close candle on the 4-hourly time frame above 30,006. Maybe there is good probability, you know, to bounce back to, you know, 31, 32 levels up here. Maybe. Right now it might be at, yeah, it might very well be at some kind of support. But if it, on the other hand, if it starts going back down again and closes below the moving averages, maybe even inside the triangle down here, that should be a bad sign. It just might continue dumping outside of the triangle. So right now we're sitting at a really very tightly on the support line, and right now bouncing a little bit up here. We still have something like 3 hours and 26 minutes left. That's also when the daily close is gonna happen. So if you look at the daily chart, for example, up here, you'll see right now that, you know, we are still below this very important 10 moving average up here. Where is 10 moving average? Right down there, right? We're still below that moving average. We tried to get it back above this 10 moving average and then got bearish engulfing candle right back on the downside, right? But it is climbing the moves towards the upside. So maybe, just maybe, there is some kind of hope that it's gonna, you know, right now bounce and continue towards the upside a little bit towards the upside. I don't know if this is gonna be the case or not. But I'm watching this 4-hourly time frame. I'm watching this triangle on the 4-hourly time frame up here. It goes something like this up here, give or take, something like this. Maybe it should be up here, something like this. This looks actually not. There we go. You know, we pick and choose our lines. And there we go, some kind of bottom down here. So there is definitely some kind of triangle over here. There is a huge amount of moving averages right below us, and right now we are waiting for this breakout. So this is what I'm looking for right now. And like the title said, enjoy the silence. Silence always comes at the end of the consolidation patterns. So if you get some kind of triangle, there will be a huge amount of volatility, but as closer inside the end zone of the pattern count, the silence takes over. And what is the silence? Well, the silence is time to, you know, figure out whether you think this is gonna go up or down. You know, maybe do some buys and stuff like that, right? You know, figure the next moves and so forth, right? The silence is the best time to actually reflect and figure out what's gonna markets and take the bets towards upside, downside. So that's it guys, that's it for today. I don't got anything else right now. I'm still a little bit tired, I said, like, when we start the stream, I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna try, you know, run the stream and see how well I'm doing, if I'm tired or not, but I'm a little bit tired. Anyways, that's it for Bitcoin. Yeah, Hex will be huge. I don't know if Hex will be huge on Pulse chain, but, you know, will it be huge outside of the Pulse chain? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much about that. So Richard Hart is basically just copying the entire crypto space and doing his own thing. So, you know, he made Hex instead of Bitcoin. He's making Pulse chain instead of Ethereum. So we're gonna have, you know, Pulse chain for Ethereum. We're gonna Hex for Bitcoin, and, you know, he's probably gonna come with a lot of, you know, these small, you know, DeFi protocol coins and, you know, metaverse coins and stuff like that, and everything is gonna be called like Pulse Hex, Hex Pulse, Pulsiano, I don't know, Pulse Fi, stuff like that, right? I don't know, guys, I don't know. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this quick and dirty live stream. Come back tomorrow. Gonna start doing again Bitcoin Daily 9 AM Central European time. I'm gonna try to get some rest and sleep, and, you know, full force once we, you know, start the day tomorrow. Hopefully this is played out by tomorrow. This is a 4-hourly triangle that is playing out, and it's almost done right now. So you know, we need to bounce very, very soon, I think, either towards the upside and downside. I would say, you know, bounce right towards the upside before this daily close is done. I think this is a 70% chance towards the upside, and maybe like 30% chance of the, you know, that this should break on the downside, the way I see it right now, because it does look bullish. Now the problem up here is that it just doesn't bounce, but it doesn't matter. As soon as this either close on downside or on upside, we're gonna know immediately after the daily close. So you know, hopefully there won't be any kind of fake out, you know, bull trap, bear trap and stuff like that. Anyways guys, that said, we gotta end the stream over here, guys. We gotta end the stream over here. M21 Photo, thanks for joining TF Fans Club. Thanks for stopping by. Cal J, thanks for the $5, appreciate it. Everybody else, thanks for stopping by, hitting the like button if you did hit the like button. All the green names, nice. Everybody else, take care. Tomorrow is gonna be a new day, new opportunities, and the silence will eventually break. Have a nice evening, guys. Bye bye.